My name is David, and I know what you're thinking. This must be another video about an impoverished Filipina from the province who foolishly gets herself pregnant. And the twist, she tries to sell her baby so she can rescue the child from poverty. Or she's selfish and she tries to sell her baby so she can rescue herself from poverty. Boring! This is not quite the plot of this video. Yes, it is about a single Filipino mom named Misty who lived at the poverty line. The video ends with Misty becoming middle class and earning enough to raise her child. She's earning how? A bar, finding guys online, selling her body, naughty webcam girl, rescued by an octogenarian foreigner. Well, skeptical minions, you will just have to watch the video to find out. I don't want you to think our single mom put her kid on eBay. It was not that kind of offer to sell her baby. I have a 7-year-old. There are days I pay somebody on eBay to take my wild kid. Nah, I love her, but she's a handful. Little punk bit me a bunch of times when she was 5. She had this biting phase. She left teeth marks. My daughter's part of this video, but she won't show up until the end. Back to our single mom, Misty. You've heard these stories before. Misty, our future single mom, was born in a remote part of the Philippines. She was born 3 hours from Dipolog, a city of 130,000. It's in northwest Mindanao. The most notoriety her city had was that, well, it's 110 kilometers from where American YouTuber Elliot Eastman would be killed in 2024. That is literally the most notoriety the place where Misty grew up has. Before Misty's first birthday, her dad died. Her father's car was found in Manila. It was abandoned. His body was never recovered. Something bad happened and he was presumed dead. Misty's mom remarried. Her mom had another child, a son. Now Misty has a brother. When Misty was 13, her stepfather died. Her stepfather's kids from his first marriage, well, they inherited the house. Well, Misty, her mom, and brother were evicted. They moved into a small one-room house. No indoor plumbing, just walls and a roof and electricity. This one-room house makes my tool shed back in America look like a mansion. I saw the house when I visited the province Christmas 2023. It had collapsed by that time. My dad raised chickens when I was growing up. Our chicken coop was bigger. I'm honest, our chicken coop was bigger. Things turned around for Misty after high school. She had a grandmother in Chicago who was willing to pay for her college. So Misty attends college, and when she is 20, she has her first boyfriend. You know how this goes. Misty has no education in family planning. At 21, she is pregnant. She drops out of college to have the baby. Her grandmother is livid. She will not speak to Misty, and her grandmother cuts off all support for Misty. Misty's boyfriend, he's a nice guy. He keeps a list of women he slept with. Misty's living with him, and she finds the list of names. Their names on the list after Misty's name. She's pregnant, and her boyfriend is cheating on her. Misty moves back to the one-bedroom house with her mother and brother. Misty is pregnant and earning $100 a month babysitting for neighbors. Once the baby is born, it is a girl. Misty has a well-off aunt and uncle who live nearby. They have children, all boys, and they really want to raise a daughter. I mentioned Misty's uncle in this video. Her uncle in the video is well off because he owns 2 dump trucks. He's the local dump truck king. Misty's aunt and uncle offer her 100,000 pesos. In exchange, they will raise the baby. Misty can use the money to finish college. Her aunt and uncle are walking distance from the one-room house Misty lives in. Misty goes to their place all the time because they have Wi-Fi. Misty watches a lot of YouTube videos with that Wi-Fi. Why am I making some side comment about YouTube? Misty watches a lot of YouTube videos in English. That's important to the plot later on. It's a clue. Yes, the 100,000 pesos will let Misty finish college. It will also let her repair her relationship with her grandmother in Chicago. Her grandmother's heartbroken. Misty dropped out of college. Misty declines the offer. I know what my minions are thinking. What the heck? And when I say heck, I mean heck with an F. What the heck is Misty thinking? When her daughter is 2, Misty leaves Mindanao. Misty's mom will raise the child, and Misty will find work in Luzon. Misty's going to work at a cousin's tea shop in Baguio. For those who don't know the Philippines, Baguio is in Luzon, north of Manila. It is very cool. Temperature wise, Baguio is very cool because it's in the mountains. At her cousin's tea shop, Misty is earning $100 a month. That get rich plan was a bit of a failure. Misty's daughter is 1,000 kilometers away, and Misty is earning the same money she did in the province. The one thing Misty does not do is date. She does not want to be distracted. She works and she sends money home to her daughter. After a year, when Misty's daughter was 3, Misty moves to Manila. She gets a job packing boxes at a procurement warehouse. Like Amazon, but in the Philippines. People buy stuff online and Misty packs the boxes. She's earning $200 per month, so she can send more money home. How the frack do you live on 200 a month and send money home? I guess I'm a spoiled American. And while Misty is packing boxes, she's turning down the advances of a lot of guys. Misty's pretty, damn pretty, and she gets a fair amount of attention from the guys. She's not interested. Misty's daughter turns 4. It's been 2 years since Misty has seen her daughter. Misty wants a better life than 200 a month. She applies at a call center. She gets hired. With bonuses, she is making 500 to 700 a month. Remember how Misty spent a lot of time at her uncle's house watching YouTube videos in English? Those videos in English sure paid off. If you're from a Western country, America, UK, Australia, this seems simple. We all speak English. Remember, Misty learned English in high school. She spoke Visayan in the province, and she also learned Tagalog. Misty obviously has some exceptional gray matter. Misty's not unique. The most popular Filipino vlogger is Filipino P. She was raised by poor Visayan parents, and Filipino P's English is impeccable. Misty moves to Quezon City because that is where the call center is located. FYI, I live in Quezon City, just 3 kilometers from the call center Misty worked at. Misty rents a studio apartment with another woman. Misty is now spending $100 a month in rent, but she can afford it. A simple luxury for hard work. Misty works nights and sleeps days. Her roommate works days and sleeps nights. It is a perfect setup. The money Misty is sending home is being used lots of ways. Her mom has built a new house. It's still one room. It's being upgraded over time. This means Misty's mom, brother, and daughter have a nicer and nicer house as she sends them money each month. Misty's uncle, he's a good guy. He has begun paying for the college of Misty's brother. Things are going well. The one thing Misty cannot afford to do is visit. Her daughter turned 5. It has been 3 years since Misty left home. See, if Misty takes time off work to go to the province, then she's not earning money. Her bills pile up. Misty won't be able to send as much money home if she visits. Misty is averaging $600 a month, which makes her lower middle class, according to PSA, the Philippine Statistical Authority. Misty has been working in the real world for just 3 years. She went from $100 a month in a tea shop to $600 a month in a call center. She's 27, and who knows what she'll be earning at 30 or 35. She's just starting out in the world like all of us did in our 20s. Lower middle class is just the first rung on the ladder. Misty has not seen her kid for 3 years. Otherwise, things are going well. Misty decides she wants to date again. She had a second boyfriend in the Philippines after her daughter was born. It didn't work out. Misty has decided to date a foreigner. Misty is not looking to get rescued. Misty is just fed up with Filipino men. In defense of Filipino men, Misty has a very small sample size, only from the province. Most Filipino guys treat their women very well. Misty creates an account on a dating site on a Sunday. An American replies. He says, I want to see you as soon as you're free. You are such a catch. I don't want another guy to date you first. Now, Misty works nights, so her next free time is 3 a.m. Tuesday. That's after her Monday shift. It turns out the American works nights, so they meet at 3:30 in the morning on a Tuesday. Minions, did you catch the clues? Misty's uncle was mentioned in my earlier video. I saw the remains of the house Misty lived in Christmas 2023. Misty's work was near where I live in Quezon City. My 7-year-old daughter went through a biting phase when she was 5. A biting phase like how a kid would react who only spoke Visayan when she moved from the province to English and Tagalog speaking area like Eastwood, Quezon City. How about this clue? The channel is called The Philippines Demystified. The channel's name contains the word Misty. After 3 years, Misty did see her daughter again. But how? She couldn't afford to take time off work. And Misty did reconcile with her grandmother. I guess you'll have to keep watching the channel to solve those mysteries. Catch you in the next one. The official video is over, but I want to speak for a minute on AI in YouTube. Here you can see 3 thumbnails taken from the site of a Philippines vlogger. Beautiful women, but they are fake. AI was used to adjust each image. They're the same image. Notice there are horizontal lines between the breasts. The cleavage has the same horizontal lines in all 3 women. There are also horizontal lines to the side of the breasts. The right hand is identical in each photo. None of them are wearing bras and they have tight tops, but for some reason their breasts keep their perfectly round shapes. They're not flattened by the tight tops. I know my breast physics. I have studied them closely for decades. Here's where I used AI in my video. I asked ChatGPT to draw a chalkboard containing the words family planning. Yes, I use AI, but I do not use it for humans. Here's another woman from the same Philippines vlogger. Different outfits, different phones. The right hand is identical, holding 2 different phones at exactly the same angle. Be careful for AI out there. It looks good, but you're looking at something a computer imagined. I will keep my videos real. Out.